Do you wish you were out there playing instead of in college?
Still set point for the Rebels, match point for the Rebels, championship for the Rebels coming up if they can get one more point.
Rebel volleyball is on.
Fisher serves. Hopkin, great pass up front. Cornea sets left side. Grohl hits back corner. Was it in there? It was tipped, and the Rebels win 25-19. 3 games to 1.
Last season, Coach Cindy Stewart and the Rebs climbed back to the top.
Kiera sets left side. Julia hits it hard and splits the D, and it was deflected out of bounds.
They pounded their way to a 17th Rich High School Volleyball State Championship and brought the trophy back home.
Alicia again with the serve. Vicious serve, and it's a service ace. A lot of mustard on it.
With a reloaded roster, the Rebels take the court with their sights set on defending the title and making it 2 in a row.
Larson serves again. This one passed to the up official. It's a service ace for Risha.
Turn up the volume, Rebel fans, and join us for Rich Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio. KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Set up front in the middle. Set is blocked. On the attack, Julia Hopkin with an epic recreation block of the game.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, T-Bar S Body Shop Technoglass of Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, Weststar Printing in Evanston, Edwards Furniture in Logan, and by mylocalradio.com.
Hopkin passes. Cornea sets into the middle. Peart touch attack into the middle, and the Rebels win 27-25. Perfect placement by Savannah Peart.
And now, Rebel volleyball fans,
Slaps it down, diving dig by Amber Lee.
get ready as we head to the court to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan Steineckert.
Welcome, Rebel fans, to Rich High School and Rich Rebel Volleyball on KADQ. JV team was just in the middle of a monster comeback, but North Summit wins set 4, and we're tied at 2 sets apiece. 15-13 was the final in that JV set 4. Set 5 is coming up in a moment. We've got your varsity match coming up, scheduled for 6:30. I think we'll be a little bit late on that as the JV match is going into a 5th set. In the meantime, we have your pregame show brought to you by Town of Randolph, Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Bridget Pugmire, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. We'll hear from them, and then we'll set the scene for today's match of Rich Rebel Volleyball on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the Town of Randolph.
Welcome back to Rich High School. Final game of the regular season. Final day of the regular season, really, as football will start the playoffs next week. Volleyball starts the state tournament next Friday and Saturday. Welcome back to the Town of Randolph pregame show. We've got an exciting match for you tonight as the Rebels wrap up the 2017 regular season hosting the North Summit Braves here at Rich High School. It's senior night, and we'll honor the seniors, the school more so than me, but we'll definitely mention those girls and what they mean to the team. Scene Set is brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods, winter, summer, spring, or fall. Pugstone's has it all. Your Bear Lake All Sporting Goods shop. Tonight, the Rebels host the North Summit Braves, and as I mentioned, it's senior night. It's the final home game of the regular season, home match of the regular season as the Rebels get set for next week's state tournament. Same story for the North Summit Braves, except that, of course, they're on the road tonight. Rebels at 18-6 overall this season, make that 19-6 after Wednesday's win over South Summit. Rebels lost the first at 25-23, but then didn't have much trouble after that, winning 25-16, 25-14, and 25-18. That improved the Rebels to 19-6. So we've mentioned it a few times. The Rebels' 30th consecutive region championship. Did not lose a set in the region this year, and it wasn't even close in the matches they played against Tabiona, Manila, and Layton Christian. It's been a similar story for North Summit, at least in region play. They are 10-0. They've swept all their opponents. Not swept, but they've beat all their opponents. They have lost a few sets, but have not lost a match in Region 16 play. That's 2A Region 16. And their region looks a little different this year than it had in the past. Duchesne jumped up to 2A in everything but football. St. Joseph up to 2A. Altamont up to 2A in everything but football. And so you've got those 4 teams, North Summit, Duchesne, St. Joseph, Altamont, Layton Christian, and Utah Military Academy up at in 2A as well. And the 3 teams at the top of that region are good. North Summit, very good. Duchesne, we saw them last week. They gave the Rebels some trouble. And St. Joseph is decent this year. Altamont, not so much, just 1-10. Layton Christian and Utah Military have yet to win a match this season. But North Summit coming in at 20-10. Deseret News has them at number 1 in 2A. Max Preps has Enterprise at number 1 in 2A. These Enterprise and North Summit met at the Richfield tournament, and North Summit beat Enterprise. That was right before the Rebels beat North Summit, which was right before Enterprise beat Rich. Those the 3 teams, so a little triangle of beating each other. But Rich did beat this North Summit team at the Richfield tournament, 25-16 and 25-17. Some other common opponents at Duchesne. North Summit lost the first 2 sets and then won sets 3, 4, and 5. At home against Duchesne, they lost the first set, I believe, and then won sets 2, 3, and 4 to beat Duchesne 3-2 and 3-1 in their region play. Now, one other common opponent, Rebels and North Summit have both played South Sevier. That was at the Richfield tournament. Rebels beat South Sevier in 2 straight, 25-14 and 25-23. North Summit beat them in 3, losing the first at 25-22, but then 25-12 and 15-6 dominant wins there. And North Summit is coming off their first ever state championship as a volleyball program last year. Of course, Rebels saw them, and Rebels with the state championship last year, but did not beat North Summit last year. The Braves were very good with some all-star players, one that's gone on to compete at Division I track and field, and several others, including a setter that had been the setter for the varsity team for 2 or 3 years consecutive. Those two graduate, Ashlyn Blomquist and Alyssa Richens, but some others are back. Hunter Vernon is back with some good experience. Hannah Lamone is a setter who's a junior this year, got a little bit of varsity experience. And then Gracie Peterson was a varsity player last year. She's a junior this year and one of the top servers in the state. I'll tell you a little bit more about those stats during the match. But this is a North Summit team that's a good quality team. Again, as I mentioned, number 1 in the Deseret News in 2A. They are ranked, and they're ranked number 2 in Max Preps in the state. Enterprise number 2, Kanab 3, Millard for Duchesne ranked number 5. Now, last year, as I mentioned, North Summit with a state championship. They went 31-3, 10-0 in their region, and won that state title over South Summit. Last year, or the year before that, a very good season, 28-5, but lost to Enterprise in the semifinals. They had lost to Enterprise in the quarterfinals before that, and the semifinals in 2012. Enterprise has been a tough opponent for North Summit, and Enterprise has won a couple of state championships of their own recently. Now, the Braves and the Rebels have met quite a few times over the last handful of years, especially recently. And again, my records go back to the 2002 season. Over that span, the Rebels and North Summit have faced each other 11 times, and I've got that the first time they faced each other was in 2008. Now, I'm sure they met each other before that, but I couldn't find any other instances between 2002 and 08. So in that span, the Rebels won 6 in a row from 08 to 2013. But then North Summit had won 5 in a row before the Rebels got the better of the Braves earlier this year at that Richfield tournament. And the Rebels again won that one, 25-16, 25-17. Now we'll hear a little bit more detail on that match and just what the Braves were, where they were at in that season in a little bit. We'll hear from Coach Samantha Stevens, head coach of the North Summit Braves. That's coming up a little later on our pregame Coaches Show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. We're in the middle of the scene set, brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. Coach Stewart hoping to get a good crowd here tonight. So far, a decent crowd. We got a Rebel student section starting to gather and grow. Some fans made the short trip up from Colville. Got some North Summit fans to my left, a few to my right. A lot of Rebel fans here as well. I know a couple of the colleges are off on fall break, so there's some Rebel, former Rebel, or I guess Rebel alum that have made the trip back and watched the Rebels play. Andy May Cornea, Millie Weston, Melanie Lamborn, among others. In the JV match, Rebels took the first 2 sets. Braves took sets 3 and 4. Rebels are on top 9-5 in the 5th set. Freshman team won in 3 straight quick ones, 25-15, 25-17, and 25-6. Braves serving. Give you a little bonus JV coverage here for a moment. McKenna Stacy hits into the block. It's kept alive and bumped out of bounds right near us, right in front of the camera there. Good hit attack by Stacy. McKenna will be dressing for next week's state tournament as a freshman. She and, I believe, Sydney Hopkin will dress, maybe others. Braves set it up outside, high on the left, and hit it too long. Rebels just need 4 more points to win this JV match. It's been a fun one. Tight one, back and forth. I was talking with Todd Stacy, father of McKenna Stacy, who said that the freshman team this year did not lose a match. They did lose a couple of sets, but won every match, so a perfect season for the Rebel freshman team. That's some good things to look forward to in the future. Set up high left side, tipped past the block. A point for North Summit. It's 11-6. You're tuned into the Town of Randolph pregame show, and the scene set is brought to you by Pugstone Sporting. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. They're your Bear Lake All Sporting Goods shop and your Bear Lake All Information shop. Stop in at Pugstone's to get yourself set and informed on whatever recreation you may be looking to do in the Bear Lake area, winter, summer, spring, or fall. Well, again, the crowd's starting to gather, settle in here, and Rebel JV team on top 11-7. Stacy hits and she's blocked. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more coverage and more of your pregame show We're about 15, 20 minutes away from the start of today's action. Coming up, we'll visit with the coaches in today's match on the Comprehensive Family Dental Dr. Sean Grohl Coaches Show here on the Town of Randolph pregame show. Given how close this match, this fifth set is, as the teams go back and forth, North Summit can't keep it in the air, and the Rebels lead 12-8. We'll keep it here for just another moment. And while we're here, then, let me switch to our live camera so you can see the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I don't have anybody running my camera just yet. We'll have somebody up here in a bit, but for now, just apologies that you can't see the entire screen. Brown tries to tip it up over on a pass that was up close to the net. The lid put down, and she's blocked to the floor. 12-9, fifth set, JV match. Varsity match coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Back to serve. Tisha Richens. Rebels get a good pass, set it up left side. Sydney Hopkin, taken after her sister's footsteps, crushes it down. It's 13-9. Rebels need 2 more points to win this JV match, and we'll keep it here. Hope to get those 2 more points. Teo Peterson back to serve for Rich in all black. Braves in the purple long sleeve shirts. Set and a hit, big hit off that left side. And I believe that was Alyssa Richens. She'll dress varsity. Won't get much. We won't see her much out on the court, but she's got decent height and length, and boy, she hit that at a hard angle. 13-10, Rebel JV team on top. Richens into the net, service error, and Rich is at set and match point. 14-10 in this JV match. Sage Tingy back to serve. The freshman delivers. It's bumped up high toward the net, set up in the middle. Richens hits again, long out. Did Rich deflect it? I think they did. If they'd just let it go, I think it would have been out, but no, the deflection counts for the Braves, who trail 14-11. We'll move ahead in our pregame show in just a moment. In the meantime, the service. Tingy passes up front. Brown left side. Hopkin pushes down the line. Dug up, pass up front. Richens hits again, back row. Pass by Stacy up front. Brown sets in the middle. Staple hits with the left hand. The southpaw swings a little too far. And the Braves are within 2, 14-12. Serving again is number 18. I don't have on this Braves roster. Bumped up front. Rebels bumped it over. Braves bump and bump it over. Stacy, nice pass up front to Brown. Set left side. Hopkin comes in and misfired. Hits into the net. 14-13. Braves down by 1 with the service. Rebels need 1 point for the set and the match victory. There's the service. Tingy passes. Brown into the middle. Staple touches it toward down the line. It's shanked off to the side, and the Rebels win in the JV match 15-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels freshman 1 and 3. JV wins in 5. Let's move along in our pregame coverage. Back with the coaches after this on the Comprehensive Family Dental Dr. Sean Grohl Coaches Show on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
When it comes to parts and service, don't rely on anyone other than the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. The professional mechanics and parts department team have the experience to help you with whatever you need. When you need to add a winch, get an extra belt or spark plugs, winterize, repair or replace tires, or have a rebuild, they can help. Whatever you need, gift ideas, parts, accessories, or a great mechanic, you'll find it all at Cash Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91.
Welcome to the Sidney Stewart Coaches Show, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dental. 98. Rebels and North Summit Braves wrap up the regular season tonight at Rich High School. These teams were the two defending state champs in 1A and 2A from a year ago, and they meet tonight at Rich High School. Stay tuned on the Town of Randolph pregame show. We'll be back to talk with Samantha Stevens, head coach of the North Summit Braves, when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210.
It's Truck Month going on right now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models or get 20% off select models. Receive up to $3,500 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's Truck Month going on now at Auto Farm. 0% for 72 or 20% off. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm, Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Ryan Steineckert with Samantha Stevens, head coach of the North Summit Braves volleyball team. Coach, thanks for your time today.
You're welcome.
I want to congratulate you. Belated congratulations, almost a year late on last year's state title. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that was sweet.
How's the team coming back this year? I know you bring back Hunter Vernon. Who else comes back with experience?
Gracie Peterson played for us last year, and also Brecklin Murdoch in the middle. So she actually played opposite at state for us last year, but she's a middle hitter this year. So.
How big of an adjustment has it been to, have Blomquist and some of those others graduate and then, transition to this year and who you have?
It's been a little bit of an adjustment. We lost our setter who we've had for 3 years, so that was a big step, and we're trying to get Hannah's first year setting varsity, so we're getting there. She's coming along, so we're just adjusting to a different setter, and we're doing okay.
Okay, you've been near the top of 2A. I think you're top in your region, right? So things are at least rolling along that way. You're winning some matches.
Yeah, we're undefeated in region. The bottom half's a little weaker. Duchesne was good. They were better than I thought they would be, so that was good to have a team that, you have to battle against. So that's always good. And a couple other teams, St. Joe's decent, Altamont, so that was good.
You've had the Rebels number recently until at Richfield. You guys faced off against each other. What did Rich do that beat you?
Well, we didn't play very good. We were really up it because we played Enterprise right before them, and that was our big focus. We wanted to beat Enterprise, and we kind of beat Enterprise, and then we kind of just didn't show up for Rich. Not that I want to take anything away from Rich, because Rich is always good, but we didn't, we had a couple of hitters that I don't think even hit in the positive, so we kind of just struggled that match.
So you're expecting a better match tonight then?
Yes, for sure, better match. We've been getting better every game. Hunter's finally getting back into her rhythm, because she set out the first half of the season only playing. First half she didn't play. I mean, the first few she didn't play. Then she just played libero for us for a few games, and then she's been back, but she's finally getting it. And Brecklin's starting to come on, so I feel like we're starting to get where we need to be. So.
Just for those who don't know, Hunter hurt her knee at the end of the basketball season, didn't she?
It was the first game of state basketball. Yeah, she tore ACL. Her other ACL, she tore the one the year before at the Richfield tournament. So, yeah, she's had some bad luck.
You got her back now. You feel like the team's in full strength. What are you doing well?
We're hitting pretty good. We have quite a few hitters, so that's kind of nice. We can spread the block and not camp on one person. We have multiple people that we can go to that can put the ball away for us. I feel like we serve pretty good, and we pass pretty good.
That multiple hitters thing didn't show itself against Rich. I remember Coach Stewart was concerned about Gracie Peterson and the serve, but once Vernon was not on that front row, you didn't seem to have much of an attack, just what you were saying.
Yeah, we have a couple sophomores that are playing. Kennedy Murdoch is our other outside. I moved Gracie Peterson to the opposite because Kennedy's got a harder swing. Sometimes she's just young, still makes some young mistakes, but I feel like she's better there for us, and Gracie's good in the opposite. So, yeah, Kennedy didn't play good against Rich. A little bit in her head, I think.
You feel like the team is playing well then as you get ready for next week's state tournament?
Yeah, I think so. We're getting better. We played Layton Christian last night, and we played well. I feel like we're just getting better every game we play.
I know one thing that the Rebels always face is they're the shorter team, and you guys have a little more height, don't you?
Yeah, we have Hunter's like 5'9", and some 5'7", 5'8". I wish we could get some tall like Duchesne and Panguich. 5'9", we're like, yes. And Rich is the same. Rich always jumps well. I mean, that's one thing and they seem like they're always good athletes. So even though they're not tall, they can jump.
Anything else we should touch on, Coach?
I think that's all.
Samantha Stevens of the North Summit Braves, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight and next week at State.
Thank you. Good luck to you guys.
Thanks so much, Coach Stevens. That's the Cindy Stewart Coaches Show is brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of today's action. Stay tuned. We'll visit with Coach Cindy Stewart when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming offers a family dinosaur dig and vacation package that includes digging for fossils at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, sack lunches, tours of the museum, and lovely clean rooms for a comfortable night's stay. With 3 restaurants to choose from, you and your family will have fun, eat well, and rest easy. Schedule your family dinosaur dig at the Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming today. Call 866-657-1604.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Everybody gets rock chips at one time or another in your vehicle window. From now on, anytime you get a chip in your windshield, don't think, oh booger. Instead, think T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston, home of the 1995 rock chip repair. Rock chips are fixed in minutes, and the team at T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston will come to you, or you can stop by the shop. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston, home of the 1995 rock chip repair. Call us today.
Manila game was fun. It was a home game and homecoming, so that wasn't too tough, and the girls could have fun and not be so focused. And then Duchesne was a great match for fans. Went 5. They're much improved from out there. They're tall, and their block was good. And when they hit the ball, the trajectory on it was down instead of deep. So that was kind of something we hadn't seen much of this year.
You could see a definite increase in intensity, and there had to be from your girls in Manila versus when they played Duchesne. I mean, they had to be a lot better.
Oh, yeah. We even practiced the day we played Manila because I knew Duchesne was going to be tough with homecoming mindset, and I didn't know how they would, if the girls would show up or not, but Duchesne kind of forced our hand, and it made it for good for the fans. So that was good, and they much improved. Amber Smith had a good game. She hadn't played well for a while, but she had a really good game for us. She back with 39 digs, and Julia served us right into the third game. She got us back in the game there. She served well.
I thought she hit real well, especially in that 5th set.
Yeah, she did. 15-4 is what we beat them in the 5th set. And she had like 18 kills, but she only hit like a 230, and she's been hitting around 400. She had a lot of swings, 60 swings.
Is that mostly because of their block?
Oh yeah, and that's good for her. And as frustrated as she got, I just said, Julie, that's just the only way you're going to grow is if you've got to find a way to get over it, around it, see it. So every time she swings, I ask her, did you see the block? Did you see the block? So she's supposed to tell me. She should be looking for the block now instead of just trying to hit the ball.
Did you see similarities between Duchesne and what you've seen from Panguitch? I mean, the height, the athleticism?
Absolutely, yeah. They're going to have a big block on us, too. They've got 3. They run a 6'2", Panguitch does, offense, and so they got 3 big blockers on the row nearly every time. They got a middle blocker that's not very big, but she's a good player, but she's not as tall. But there's one rotation. They got 3 6-footers on the front row. That's when Julia's going to be on the front row.
That'll make it interesting for her. Is that? I mean, did you see that early on, and that's why you've really been working with her to hit it around or see the block?
Oh, all year long we've been trying to do it because over at Cokeville, Gillette and Evanston both had a big block on her, and they're always going to line their block up with her. So she's only going to get better. So.
Coach, this week you've got at South Summit on Wednesday and then North Summit coming here Friday. What do you know about those two teams?
Well, South Summit, I didn't see much out of them. They wound up being in the 3rd or 4th bracket down at Richfield, so I never did get to see them much, and they were down. Their JV got in the championships against our JV, and our girls beat them. North Summit, we beat them pretty easy at Richfield. I don't know what was going on with them, but they have one girl, Gracie Peterson, that serves really, really well. And so our mindset was if we can get out of her serve rotation, she's like leading this state in aces. And so that's their first attack is her serve. And then they have the big Hunter girl, and she didn't do a lot against us. When she hits it, it's beautiful. It's hard, it's down the line and solid, but they didn't get a lot of opportunities. We served really well down there against them.
What do you need to do then? The same kind of thing to beat them Friday?
Yeah, we just got to make sure we're mindful of Gracie's serve and try to get out of it real fast, and then serve tough.
Final week of the regular season, you feel like you're in a good spot, where the girls are, how you're playing this point of the year?
Yeah, it's not always fun to go play North and South Summit, defending state champions. The week before you go to state, if you get beat, you go in with losses. And I don't know, but I like to play tough and raise our level of play because there won't be anybody as good as North and South Summit at state, except maybe Panguitch, And so hopefully the Duchesne game got them going and realizing that's all. But there's what we got to play to win state.
Anything else we should touch on?
I would really like to, anybody that hears this, invite them to come to our North Summit match. It's Friday night. It's our seniors' last home game. And it being UEA weekend, probably fall break or hunting or something, we might not have a very good crowd. And I just personally like to invite them to come out and watch a good match.
Let's pack the gym Friday night. Coach, thanks so much. Good luck this week against North Summit and South Summit. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, we know the Rebels beat South Summit just a couple of days ago at South Summit. Lost the first set 25-23, but then won sets 2, 3, and 4, 16-14, and 18. Rebels at 19-6, Braves at 20-10. And the Rebels are warming up now. We've got a little bit more of your pregame show coming up. Thanks so much, Coach Stewart. The Coaches Show is brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. We're just about 5 minutes away from the start of today's match, so stay tuned. More after this on the Town of Randolph pregame show here on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
When you're buying and selling real estate, you want to work with an agent that knows the area and understands property values. You want to work with an agent that listens to what you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today.
Welcome back to Rich High School. I thought we were going to have just another minute. I was going to bring Andy McCornia here to talk with us to close out the pregame show, but then Rick Larson took the mic. So we'll take a moment here to recognize the Rebel seniors. And just as the high school and Principal Larson does it, we'll do the same. Kiara Grohl, senior. See Sean and his wife coming out. Chris and Michelle Hopkins, Julia Hopkins. Wow, that is one big teddy bear. Risha Larson. Let's see if I can get that camera scooted over there. Talisha Larson. Rick and Cherie Larson, the parents. There's Savannah Peart. And Amber Smith, daughter of Glenn and Teresa Smith. This Rebel crew, of course, won the state championship last year. 3 graduates, Andy Cornea, Melanie Lamborn, and Ashley Grohl. And these players that are here, the seniors for the Rebels this year, were all contributors on last year's state championship team. Seniors for the North Summit Braves tonight are Hunter Vernon. I think that's it, just Hunter Vernon. So a younger team. And then also Rebels are going to honor the senior cheerleaders tonight as well. And I mentioned Braylee Bell and the manager Brindley Satterthwaite, the other Rebel senior cheerleader. Part of our pregame coverage, of course, also includes the starting lineups. That's coming up in just a moment, brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. And the Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from the town council and the mayor of Laketown. And for the Rebels against North Summit, looking back over the last bunch of years against the Braves, I've got records go back to 2002. The first time in that span from now to back to 2002 that Rich and North Summit played was in 2008. Rebels won 6 in a row over the Braves in that span, and most of those were at the Richfield tournament. Wins of 2-1 and then 2-0 the rest of the way. In 2013, the Rebels won. They started this matchup at either Rich or North Summit, and the Rebels won that first matchup in 2013 against the Braves. But in 2014, the Braves won in 3 straight, and they won 5 in a row after that, including last year beating the Rebels at Richfield and at North Summit 3-1, at North Summit 2-1 at Richfield tournament. But overall, the Rebels, including this year's win at Richfield 2-0, Rich is 7-5 against North Summit in that span time period going back to 2008. That's your Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from the mayor and town council of Laketown, Mayor Sim Weston, council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. Just a couple moments away from getting this one underway. Teams will get a couple of minutes here to serve back and forth to each other. And while they do that, we'll give you a little bit more information here. Last night in 1A football, Milford, I don't know that it was a stunner that Milford beat Parowan. Maybe unexpected. I would have certainly picked Parowan to win that game. Milford won. The stunning part is how they won. 54-18, Milford with the win over Parowan. So Milford is the 1A South Region champs. Kanab beat Monticello 33-7. No trouble there. Layton Christian and Duchesne met the same night, Wednesday, that Rich lost at Altamont. Duchesne won 33-7. So Duchesne is the 1A North Region champs. And so the situation becomes next week on Friday afternoon, the Rebels will play at Milford. I was just talking with Athletic Director Cooper Cornea from Rich High School Athletic Director, and he said Milford wants to play a later game. Rebels would like that to be earlier because with just one bus driver and district policies on how long a bus driver can work and drive, they cannot make the trip down and back in one day. So they'd like to have an earlier game. We'll see if Milford is up for that, and as soon as we know, we'll let you know just what time game will be. Friday, Rich at Milford in the first round of the state playoffs. Now, I want to congratulate the Rich Rebel cross country teams. The girls finished 3rd place Wednesday in the state meet. Lauren Thompson took 4th overall. Jackie Leifson finished 8th. And the boys cross country team took 5th with Drew Moldenauer leading the way. 11th place was Drew Moldenauer, and the boys again 5th, the girls 3rd. Great season for the Rebel cross country team this year. We're going to take one more quick break. We'll be back. It brings to a close our pregame coverage brought to you by the town of Randolph. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Welcome back to Rich High School. Time for your starting lineups, brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. For the visiting North Summit Lady Braves, senior Hunter Vernon, number 5. Junior, number 6, Hannah Lehman, the setter. Sophomore, outside hitter, number 9, Kennedy McQueen. Junior, number 11, middle hitter and opposite hitter, Brecklin Murdoch. Sophomore, number 14, outside hitter, Tisha Richens. And a junior, number 15, outside hitter, Gracie Peterson. For the Rich Rebels, senior, number 7, Julia Hopkin. Senior libero, number 10, Amber Smith. Senior setter, number 13, Kiara Grohl. Senior, number 15, outside hitter and middle blocker, Talisha Larson. Senior outside hitter, Savannah Peart. Senior middle blocker, Risha Larson. Risha, opposite hitter. And a sophomore, number 45, middle blocker, Sydney Hatch. Your starting lineups are brought to you by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. Our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. It's operated by Taya Peterson tonight. Senior night for the Rebels. Final home match of the regular season for both these teams. North Summit will go in with a number 1 seed. Rebels will do the same. Number 1 from Region 22. Braves number 1 from Region 16. They went 10-0 against their region opponents, which it was a little bit tougher this year for them at the top of the region, Duchesne, North Summit, and St. Joseph, but the bottom end of the region, not quite as tough. Altamont, Layton Christian, and Utah Military. Looks like the Braves will serve first. Our beginning serve is brought to you by the station in Randolph. Just got a message from Coach Ashley Brown that the game on Friday will be at 4 o'clock at Milford. So our football game coverage will start at 3:15 Friday afternoon. We'll have as much of the volleyball matches as we can at State. We'll interrupt that coverage for a football game, and then we'll be back to volleyball coverage Friday and Saturday. Let's take a quick moment for a legal ID.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
Beginning serve is brought to you by the station in Randolph. Rebels get a good pass, set it up. Peart hits, and it's dug up, passed up front, bumped and slapped across. Good dig by Amber Smith. Kiara sets. Peart slaps it to the back line. Vernon with a good dig. Up front, Braves set it up, hit it cross court, just out at the feet of the line judge. And the Rebels lead 1-0 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. This first set is brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Peart serves. It's bumped toward the front. Good set. Back set by Lehman and dug by Risha Larson. Set in the middle. Talisha hits back corner and she drops it in there. Nice placement. 2-0. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Risha, or Talisha rather. And Rich leads 2-0 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Peart serves, clips the top of the net. It's dug and passed up front. Set, tipped across, and was it out of bounds? It was. So the Rebels lead 3-0 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. First set, again, is brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Peart switches from the left back row to the right back row as she serves this time. The attack is blocked by the Rebels and set up, hit by Hopkin, dug on the back row. Set in the middle, dumped over, and Kiera with a nice dig. Set left side, Hopkin hits, blocked and dug by Peart. Kiera sets back up front, Hopkin pushes it into the middle, and it's dropped. Gracie Peterson was coming in. One of her teammates was coming back from the front line. They both let it go. A Bear Lake Realty kill on the touch attack from Julia Hopkin. Savannah to the back line, passed up front by Richens. Set left side, hit is blocked by the Rebels. Pancake dig from Risha, Epic Recreation or J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. Set up left side, hit cross court. Peart with another J-Bar Excavation dig candidate. Hopkin hits down the line. It's deflected to the floor, and Rich leads 5-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We got 2 J-Bar dig candidates. I think we'll go with Risha's for now, as that was a pancake dig, kept things alive. Rebels up 5-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Quick timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too, on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative.
Savannah Peart serves. Vernon passes up front, set left side, hit cross court in the corner. Big strong hit by Brecklin Murdoch. And it's in there. Boy, she's got some good power. And Coach Stevens gets the side out she was hoping for when she called that timeout. 5-1, Rebels on top. Running jump serve from Kennedy McQueen. Smith passes. Kiera from the middle. Left side to Hopkin. Cross court hit. She drops it in there. Boy, nice placement by Julia Hopkin. Saw the block well. Julia, one of the top in the state, ranked 6th in all classifications with a .352 hitting percentage and number 1 in kills per set. Set up left side. Vernon with a big hit, and Peart digs it, and then a Rebels 2 double hit on the set. 6-2. What a great dig by the Rebels, Savannah Peart. She's also near the top of the state in digs per set at 4.5. Good pass up front by Peart. Kiera sets high left side. Hopkin crushes it. It's blocked. And Julia attacking, steps over across the line. One of the other Rebels may have as well. 6-3. Serving is Murdoch. Peart passes. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin comes in, hits it down. She drills it through the block and finds the hardwood. 7-3. Another Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. Rebels on top by 4. First set brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Kiera serves. Good serve. Good pass up front. Up real close to the net. Set left side. Big hit by Richens, but the Rebels able to dig it. Bump it over. Smith with the bump. McQueen are set on the left side by Lehman. The hit by North Summit. Rebels are in the net again. And it's 7-4. It would have been a point anyways. That was a big hit by Murdoch. And Rebels had deflected it to the back wall. Serving is Hannah Lehman, the setter. Peart lunges out, receives. Rebels set it up. Hopkin again drills it through the defense and drops it right in front of Kennedy McQueen, who's on the back line of defense. And it's 8-4. Rebels on top. Evanston Red Devil football team rolling tonight over Jackson. 42-8 current score. Set and hit. It stops. Rebels with the block. It rolls along the top of the net. Savannah Peart digs and Rich bumps it over. Keep it alive. The Epic Recreation block of the game candidate. Set up and hit down. Hunter Vernon crushes it. 8-5. Rebels up by 3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Vernon will step back and deliver the serve. Vernon. Peart passes. Kiera sets left side for Savannah. Hit cross court. Dug by Peterson, or by Richens rather, goes over the net. Peart goes to swing at it and misfires into the net. 8-6. Rebel lead is 2. Rich jumped out to a 5-0 lead in this first set. The Braves have battled back. Now Hunter Vernon misfires and serves an error into the net, 9-6. Rich gets the side out, and Amber Smith drops to serve. Smith delivers, back row. Not a good pass from Murdoch. Braves set it up and slap it across. Kiera digs. Risha sets left side. Peart hits cross court, just long and out. She went across to the back corner and misfired just barely. Too long and out of bounds. 9-7. Rebel lead is back to 2. Richens with the service. Braves attacking left to right. If you're watching online at mylocalradio.com, Peart hits. It's deflected by the block, and Hunter Vernon goes to plant and comes up a little bit lame. And she says, I need a sub. Or no, did she say, I'm okay? She's limping around a little bit. She went to cut and try to get to that hit and couldn't get there. Just had to stop. And now she's limping a little bit, but still out there. Set up and hit, blocked by Kiera. And into the net on the Braves side. Rebels lead 11-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We're crossing our fingers here that Hunter just a little bit of a funny twist maybe or something. She crouches down and gets set for Talisha's service, or Risha's serve. It's barely dug up, passed up front, pushed across. Risha, good pass up front to Kiera. Set in the middle. Talisha hits, blocked and kept in the air. Bumped, and slapped across by McQueen, or by Richens rather. Too long is out of bounds. Rich leads 12-7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hunter Vernon tightens the strap on the knee brace that she wears on her right leg as the Braves set it up and hit. Hopkin digs. Set left side. Peart hits. Blocked down the line of the net on the Rebels side of the floor. And it's 12-8. Rebel lead is 4. Gracie Peterson drops back to serve, and she's number 1 in the state in aces per set. Rebels get a good pass, though. Set it up for Talisha, who tips it down the line. A diving dig by Peterson is into the leg of her teammate, and the Rebels get a quick side out on Peterson serving. She averages an ace per set in every match. Peart serves again. Set up in the middle and tipped across by Murdoch. Rebels able to dig. Set left side. Hopkin touch attack. It's touched back by Murdoch, and it finds the floor. 14-8. Rebels lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Steven out, calling to her team, giving some encouragement, some coaching. Vernon, good pass up front. Lehman sets a back set, touched down the line by McQueen. Rebels get a good dig, set left side. Hopkin crushes it into the block, and it just hits the fingertips of Murdoch, rolls over the top and drops to the floor. Rich leads 15-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Following that Bear Lake Realty kill, Coach Stevens will take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
Coach Ashley Brown just messaged me a few minutes ago letting me know that the Rebel football team plays next Friday night at Milford, Friday afternoon rather, at 4 o'clock. Set up for the Braves, and the Rebels stuff it. An epic recreation block of the game by Julia Hopkin, and Rich is doubling up the Braves in this first set, 16-8. Brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Up front, Lehman sets left side, not a good set. Murdoch couldn't get to it. Murdoch was coming in toward the middle, and Lehman set it out toward the high and outside, and miscommunication there. 17-8. Rebels earn the point there. Peart almost an ace, an overpass, and Risha easy pass, perfect up front. Set left side. Hopkin crushes it. It hits the ceiling, goes over the net. Point Rebels 18-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich rolling. Let me get the Stacy's Repair scoreboard back up there for you if you're watching at home or online at mylocalradio.com. Good pass up front, this time by Peterson. Set and hit. Rebels deflected. That was Talisha. Risha bumps up front. Hopkin pushes it down the line, deflected and kept in the air by Peterson. Lehman sets, and it's bumped, hit hard. Smith with the dig. It's over the net. Set up again and hit hard by McQueen. Rebels keep it alive and bump it over. Pass, Murdoch sets left side. McQueen hits. It's too long. Did the Rebels deflect it? It was out. but I didn't see a deflection. North Summit was celebrating because they thought the Rebels had touched it. I thought they may have, but the officials all concur, no, they did not. Not a good pass, punched over by Lehman on the set. Kiera sets left in the middle. Talisha hits, it's dug. Vernon almost collides with a teammate, and then it's punched into the net by McQueen, and the Rebels lead 20-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Savannah serves. Vernon passes up front. Lehman bumps it high. Murdoch slaps it down. What an angle, but Peart somehow digs it up. Another J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. Smith passes over, and it's easily bumped up front. Set. Murdoch hits again. Rebels block it. Keep it in the air. Nice job by Talisha. Kiara sets left side. Hopkins taps it down the line in the back corner. Nobody was there. That's why she hit it to that spot. And the Rebels lead 21-18 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Peart drops back to serve again. Set up, hit and blocked by the Rebels, but out of bounds. And it's 21-9. Braves get the side out. The little freshman 1 and 3, the JV 1 and 5. Kiera bumps left side. Hopkins hits cross court, misses wide and outside. 21-10. Braves battling back, doing what they can to stay alive in this one. Kennedy McQueen serves. Back row, Smith passes it right up at the net. Kiera just punches it over. Braves scrambling, and it's bumped over and out. Hannah Lehman was nearly in the bleachers to chase that one down. Kiera makes something out of, not a great pass. Kiera makes something out of it. Rebels, Talisha Larson serves. This one bumped up at the net. Lehman can't do anything with it. Hits it into the nylon, and it's 23-10. Rebels rolling in this first set over the Braves. Now, North Summit, if you look down what they've done this season, they've struggled a lot in first sets. They've lost both first sets against Duchesne. They've lost some other first sets. And a service ace by Talisha gives the Rebels a set point, 24-10. That's a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace. Proud to support the Rich High Rebels. That's Circle H Land and Cattle. Talisha, another service coming. Running jump serve, delivers. Pass up front near the net. Lehman gets a good piece of it. Murdoch hits too long. Rebels win. 25-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A dominant set 1 win for your Rich Rebels. That first set was brought to you by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Quick timeout, and we'll be right back.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Risha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball action on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cash Honda Yamaha, in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
It's Truck Month going on right now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models or get 20% off select models. Receive up to $3,500 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's Truck Month going on now at Auto Farm. 0% for 72 or 20% off. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Back at Rich High School for set 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Bo Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, and clerk Lisa Bell. Rebels took the first set. It was close early on. Well, Rebels jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Braves battled back and were within 2. It was 9-7. But Rich outscored the Braves 15-3 Make it 16-3 the rest of the way to win 25-10. Boy, that ended up being a pretty dominant first set win for Rich. Again, the first set was brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Had a candidate for the J-Bar Excavation Dig of the game. J-Bar Excavation, quality work on all kinds of projects. Risha Larson with a pancake dig. Rebels got a second dig, I think, from Julia Hopkin on that same rally, and ended up with the point. Made it 5-0 at that point in the first set. Second set coming up. Our beginning serve is brought to you by the station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs. The down official getting rotation squared away. The Braves play the same six. I asked Coach Stevens if we'd see anybody else coming in. She said, nope, it's those six: Vernon, Lehman, McQueen, Murdoch, Richens, and Peterson. And those are the six she goes with. They don't have a libero. They do not run a libero with this squad. Peart serves, the beginning serve, brought to you by the station in Randolph. Braves set it up and hit and get the point. Kennedy McQueen from outside knocks it down. Rebel block was there, but they blocked it down the line and nobody else could get to it. 1-0. Braves take the lead. Rebels took a 5-0 lead in the first set and went on to win. Peart with a good serve receive. Set left side after Peterson's serve. Rich sets it up, hits it, and Peterson dives, digs it up. They bump it over. Smith from the back line passes. Kiara sets high left side. Hopkin hits, blocked down the line on the floor, right in the middle of the R at midcourt. We're tied at 1. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. We're tied at 1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Talisha Larson, the running jump serve. Nasty serve. Braves barely keep it alive. Vernon with the hustle, the diving effort out of bounds, and the Braves bump it over. Rich sets it up high left side. Hopkin hits, blocked, and the Braves lead 2-1. The hustle from Vernon and the other Braves pays off, and they take the lead. Kennedy McQueen, running jump serve. Hopkin passes up to Kiara, set left, nope, in the middle. Sydney Hopkin hits just a bit long. A little too much loop on it, and it's 3-1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Braves on top. McQueen, again from the wall, running jump serve. Serves it too long. It's out. Second error of the match for the Braves. Rebels, I'm not going to say it, how many errors they do or do not have at this point. I'm going to cause one if I say. Kiara delivers the serve. Set up left side for Vernon. Dug by Peart. Kiara bumps outside, and Hopkin touches it over with two hands. It's bumped right back. Kiara with a diving dig. J-Bar Excavation dig of the game candidate again. Bumped back over by Vernon. Rich able to dig it up, and a double hit on the set makes it 4-2. Rebels have yet to serve an error in this match. Second set brought to you by Town of Woodruff. Braves on top. Into the net, a second error in as many serves by the Braves brings the Rebels to within 1, 4-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Julia Hopkin, I noticed that left shoe. That's the toe that she broke at Cokeville, as Vernon knocks one down in the corner over the head of Julia Hopkin to make it 5-3. Julia's got some tape on that left toe. Didn't want to let the toe breathe quite as much. Apparently is feeling better. Wanted the pressure back on that left foot, the left shoe. Serving. Rebels able to receive it, set it up, and Sydney Hopkin pushes it to the sideline. Dug up by Murdoch. The Braves hit. Rebels block, but it's just a bit too strong. Blocked out of bounds. Would have been an epic recreation block of the game, but it goes just a bit too far. Smith lunges out and receives the serve. Bumped up high. Peart bumps it over, just barely dug up by the Braves. Rebels bump it right back over. Vernon passes left side. She's set up and crushes it between the defense. 7-3. Braves looking like a different team so far, especially with Vernon on that front row. She's up on the front right, so she'll be serving next if the Rebels can get the side out. Kiara sets high left side. Peart hits, blocked. And on that right side, the block was Gracie Peterson. 8-3, Braves with the lead. Service error. Rebels have 4 points in the set. 3 of those have come off errors by the Braves. Amber Smith serves, back line. Murdoch passes up front, set to right side. Vernon hits, back line, it's in there. It's split between Smith and Grohl. Any effort to try and get there probably would have shanked it to the back wall or elsewhere, but neither one could get to it. Hunter Vernon back to serve for the Braves, leading 9-4 in set 2. Vernon with a little hop serve. Peart receives. Rebels set it up for Talisha. Back away from the net, and she misfires into the net. A hitting error for Rich, and they're trailing 10-4. 10 points already for the Braves. That matches their scoring output in the first set. Rebels won that one 25-10. Hunter Vernon serves. Good pass by Julia. Kiera sets high left side. Talisha hits, deflected, and Vernon bumps it high in the air. Set up left side into the middle and pushed across. Peart, Kiera bumps it high. Peart bumps it high at the net. Easy happy birthday. Knocked right down to the floor by Tisha Richens. 11-4. The Braves on top. North Summit already with more points in this second set than they scored in all of the first set. Rebels struggling a bit, trailing 11-4. Vernon serves. Peart with a good pass. Kiara sets left side. Talisha hits, blocked. Talisha digs it back up. Risha digs that dig, and it's over to the up official. 12-4, and Rich will take a timeout. Rebels won easily in the first set, 25-10, trailing 12-4 in set number 2. Back after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the 4th president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
Rebels took the first set 25-10, but trailing here in the town of Woodruff second set. 12-4. Hunter Vernon serving. Smith passes up front. Kiera with a dump set. It's punched back, bumped into the net, and on the floor. Rich gets the side out they need. 12-5. The little dump set by Kiera for the point. Risha Larson to serve for Rich. Delivers. Rebels serving left to right at MyLocalRadio.com. Bumped and just barely bumped over by McQueen. Rich sets it up in the middle. Peart hits, blocked, out of bounds. Rebels dig it, keep it alive. No, but it went outside the net as they dug it. And it's 13-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Good hustle there. We'll see if the Rebels can pick up the hustle and get back to their first set form. Peart receives. Kiara sets high left side. Talisha hits through the block, but Vernon with the dig, set up left side, hit McQueen. Smith digs it up at the net. Peart plays it off the net, and Julia Hopkins bumps it over. Good job by Peart to play that off the net. Murdoch crushes it way long, trying to take out Charmaine Huffaker. I don't know if Charmaine made a funny face at her or what, but Char just jumped out of the way in time as that hit goes way long. Peart serves. Bumped up front by McQueen. Set up right side. Hit. Dug by Smith. A lunging dig toward the back line. Hopkins pushes it across. Pass up front. Lamone sets high left side. Hit. Cross court. Out of bounds. Just out, but the Rebels deflected it on the block. 14-6. Braves get the point there and have a big lead. Again, the Rich Rebels outscored the Braves 16-3 to close out a 25-10 first set win. Serving is Grace Peterson. Gracie delivers. Rebels bump it back across. Set up way outside. Murdoch has to change her direction and bump it over. Rich sets it up, and Hopkins punches it across the net. Set up high left side. Hit across, and a nice attack by McQueen from back on the net. She just slapped it between two Rebel defenders, and they couldn't dig it. 15-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Gracie Peterson serving. She averages an ace per set, and that one is a laser. Rebels pass goes up and over. It's bumped right back. Rich tries to slap it down, but at the net, Lehman wins the battle. 16-6, Braves lead. There's the serve, and into the net. The error is the 4th of the set by the Braves. 4 of the Rebels' 7 points in this second set have come off of errors. Talisha Larson serves. Nice floater serve, just dug up. Pass in the middle. Murdoch hits, blocked by Sydney Hopkins. Good hands. Kiera sets left side. Julia hits, and she's blocked. Talisha dug it under the net. 17-7. Braves have adjusted their block on the left side, high and outside, and the Rebels haven't found an answer yet. Service by McQueen. Peart passes. Kiera sets in the middle. Sydney Hopkin blocks, and that is stuffed. An absolute lid by Hannah Lehman. Or no, that was Hunter Vernon with the block. 18-7. Braves leading. Rebels don't get a good pass. Kiera keeps it alive, and Hopkin, that's Sydney, bumps it over. Passed up front. Lehman sets left side. Vernon punches it down the line, and the Rebel was in the net on the block attempt to make it 19-7 Braves. Sophomore Kennedy McQueen serves. Peart, good pass. Kiera sets high, left side. Hopkin hits it down between the block. It's bumped up and dug up out of bounds. There's a Bear Lake Realty kill the Rebels needed. Make it 19-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, and Rich needs a run of 7 or 8 in a row here. Kiera delivers the serve. Pass up front. Back set. Murdoch hits into the net. Hitting error gives the Rebels the point, trailing by 10, 19-9. Could use a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace here. Kiera serves, back line, and it drops in there. It's on the line. The line judge said in, a player said out, and the up official is saying out. They overrule the line judge to the tune of a Rebel service error, the first of the match. 20-9. Rebels receive. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits. It's blocked down the line of the net. Rebels can't get to it. 21-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That's an interesting call for the up official to overrule the line judge who has the better angle. 21-9. Murdoch serves. Smith pass up front to Kiera, high right side. She'll serve it, set it high outside on the left, and Hopkin just cracks it into the block for a Bear Lake Realty kill. It was deflected down the line of the net. 21-10, Rebels down in set 2 after taking the first set, 25-10. Hopkin serves down the line, just misses wide, out of bounds. A service error is the second in as many serves by Rich. 22-10, Braves with the lead. Here's the serve from Lehman. Rebels set it up, hit back line, passed up front by McQueen. Vernon bumps it or pushes it over with 2 hands. Rebels dig, set up left side. Peart pushes down the line. Lehman digs into the middle, slapped across. Kiera, good pass up front. Risha will set high left side. Peart hits it hard, dug. It's blocked and then dug and bumped over by Rich. Set up and hit off the top of the net. Diving dig. Smith keeps it in the air, and Hopkin bumps it over. Just bumps a looper over the net. Lehman bumps it back inbound, slapped to the back line, out of bounds by Tisha Richens. Rebels keep that one alive and earn the point on a hitting error. 22-11, Rich trails. Set number 2 brought to you by Town of Woodruff. Amber Smith serving left to right if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Murdoch passes, Vernon hits, dug by Kiera off the ceiling. Comes down quick, Rebels set it up and bump it over, slap it across. Vernon digs, Murdoch slaps it cross court with a roll attack. Kiera sets left side, Peart touches down the line, Lehman digs it up, set up left side, Vernon hits hard but too long. Rebels just let her swing away, and she swung too far. 22-12, Rebels trail by 10. Smith serves, it skips off the top of the tape and is kept alive. Hit cross court, just out of bounds by Gracie Peterson. 3 straight hitting errors for the Braves, and the Rebels are within 9, 22-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, which needs another 4, 5, maybe 8 points in a row. Smith, floater serve. Vernon passes up front, dumps, set, and Hopkin with the J-bar excavation dig of the game. Passed up front, Lehman sets into the middle, hit into the net. A 4th straight hitting error for the Braves, 22-14. I wonder how much closer Coach Stevens will let this get before she calls a timeout to settle her team down. Smith serves again. Vernon pass up front, Lehman sets in the middle, hit down in the back corner, and 23-14. Braves get the side out. Hunter Vernon back to serve to try and close this one out for the Braves. Even up the match. Smith passes up front. Kiera sets high left side. Talisha hits down the line. Deflected and dug by Lehman. Punched over by McQueen. Rebels dig, bump, and push it to the back line. Murdoch passes up front. Happy birthday. Talisha taps it down. It's bumped right back. Vernon slaps it. Smith diving dig, and Hopkin bumps it over. Murdoch pass up front. Lehman sets high left side. McQueen hits, stuffed by the Rebels. It's bumped back up and over. Talisha digs. Kiara sets in the middle. Peart slaps to the back corner. Murdoch passes up high. Lehman left side. McQueen hits again. Deflected by the block. Smith dig out of bounds. 24-14. Braves with a set point. Rebels took the first set, 25-10. Braves on top 24-14 in this second set. Second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Here's Vernon with the service, and it's just about an ace. Rebels barely keep it alive off the net, and Talisha bumps it over. Murdoch lunges out, keeps it up. It's punched over the net by Richens. Rebels set left side. Talisha hits down the line. Vernon digs it up high in the air toward the front. Lehman, McQueen hit, deflected. Kiera with a diving dig. Smith lunges out, bumps it, and Hopkin bumps it over. Vernon passes. Lehman in the middle this time. Hits, and it finds the floor. Tisha Richens with the kill. 25-14. Braves take set 2. After the Rebels dominated the first set, the Braves dominate the second. We're tied at 1 as we head for set 3. Our second set has been brought to you by the town of Woodruff, Mayor Bo Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, and clerk Lisa Bell.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Savannah Peart, and you're tuned in to Rich High School volleyball action on Rebel Radio, KDQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604. We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment. Repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
It's Truck Month going on right now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models or get 20% off select models. Receive up to $3,500 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's Truck Month going on now at Auto Farm. 0% for 72 or 20% off. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Third set just about to get underway. Rebels dominated the first, Braves dominated the second. This third set is brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Rebels receive the serve from Gracie Peterson, set it up, push it across. Braves answer with a touch attack for the point. One difference between the first two sets. In set 1, Rebels jumped out to a 5-0 lead. Braves took an early lead in the first set. Peterson with a laser serve. It's an ace. She averages 1 ace per set. That's her first ace of this match. Well, she'd be due for a couple more to catch up here on her normal pace. She serves again. Boy, she's got a strong, quick swing. Rebels able to set it up this time. Peart slaps it across. It's Doug. Lehman bumps it over. The closed fist. Kiara sets in the middle. Talisha touches it. It's bumped, Doug, and bumped over. Vernon with a diving dig with one hand. Rebels set it up. Peart hits, blocked. Smith with the dig. Kiera sets left side again for Peart. Hit down the line. This time off the block, out of bounds. Rebel point. We're Rich down 2-1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Savannah Peart serves. Bumped up front. Lehman sets in the middle. Murdoch has to step back and hit it across. Risha, left side. Kiera double hit on the set, and it's 3-1. Braves with the lead. This is the same score we had early in set number 2. Rebels took the first set 25-10. Braves took set 2 25-14. Serve into the net, and somehow it rolls over the top. Kennedy McQueen with the service ace makes it 4-1. That's just the second service ace of the match. And the Rebels barely scramble, bump, and don't get it over. 5-1 Braves. Rich playing with the deer in the headlights type of look right now as Kennedy McQueen serves again. This one again hits the top of the net, drops over, and it's 6-1. Again, Rebels took a 5-0 lead in the first set, went on to win. Braves up 6-1 here in set 3, brought to you by Rich County. McQueen serves. Rebels get a good pass this time. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin hits it hard into the block. It's dug up, and then at the net, Kiera goes up, taps it down with a Bear Lake Realty kill. Rich trails 6-2. Sydney Hatch will check back in on the front row in the middle. She, Hopkin, and Kiera are up front. Talisha serving. Risha and Peart on the back row along with Talisha. Vernon, good pass up front. Lehman sets in the middle. Murdoch hits, punches it over. Peart with a dig. Kiera sets, high left side. Hopkin hits into the block, blocked, and stuffed back to the Rebels. Dug up, set up again for Hopkin, blocked again. Talisha this time bumps it over. It's dug up at the net, and Hopkin goes up and just taps it down between the defense. Little split, and it's 6-3. Rich trails on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard in this third set. Talisha will serve again for Rich. Nice floater serve. Good pass up front by Peterson. Set left side. Vernon hits, deflected by the Rebels, and on the back line, 7-3. Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Braves lead after Rich took the first set, 25-10. Braves are on top, 7-3. Back to serve, Brooklyn Murdoch. And she just gets it over the net. That's the third time already in this set. The Braves have got the nice roll with the help of the nylon. That's the fourth ace of the set. Braves didn't have any aces in the first 2 sets. That's 4 here in the third, and a service error gives the Rebels the side out, makes it 8-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels serve. Lehman, not a good set. Nobody was there. Murdoch came flying in but couldn't get it over. I don't know if that's a hitting error, a setting error by the Braves. Makes it 8-5. Kiera Grohl serves for Rich. Murdoch bumps high. Lehman sets high left side, and Vernon crushes it down the line right in the back corner, just barely. And the Braves lead 9-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A service error for the Braves. So they had 4 service aces to start this set. They've had a couple of errors on their last few serves. Lehman sets in the middle. Peterson hits rather. Rebels dig it up. Set it back across. Braves will bump it high and slap it down the line. McQueen. Hopkin digs. Set up left side for Peart. Hit off the block. It rolls over. Back up near the net. Punch down, and the Rebels punch it in the air out of bounds. 10-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hunter Vernon back to serve. A future Rebel helps get the ball back to Vernon from the sideline. Hunter, Smith, good pass. Kiera sets high left side. Peart comes in, slaps, it's deflected, and Vernon digs. Lehman high left side. McQueen hits cross court way out. 10-7. And we gotta get that mic closer to Chris Hopkin over there, just a little outside. Amber Smith with the serve. And it's a service ace. Rebels needed that. A Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace. That's just the second Rebel service ace of the match. The Rebels have been averaging about 8 or 12 aces per match, but just 2 so far in this one. Amber's second serve into the net. Rebels don't get the roll over the top. This one back at Rich. 11-8. Braves lead with Richens serving. Smith receives. Pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Talisha hits. Deflected by the block to the floor in front of Vernon. She couldn't quite get underneath it. 11-9. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Talisha Larson on a nice attack. Just a smart hit to the fingertip of the block. Risha will serve, and that goes into the net. 2 service errors in a row by the Rebel servers. Give the Braves a couple of points. The difference in the match so far is 3. They're in this set, and a service error by Maddie Peterson. Makes it 12-10. Rebels down by 2. Savannah Peart to serve. She was very powerful to start the match when the Rebels jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the first set. Murdoch hits, Rebels deflect and keep it in the air. Bumped, Kiera sets high left side. Hopkin hits the back corner, or back middle. Vernon is there. Lehman sets it into the net. Rebels go up and tap it down. It's bumped and Rich keeps it alive. Talisha Doug set for Hopkin. Back corner, perfect spot. Bear Lake Realty kill, 12-11. That right there is one reason that Julia Hopkin is near the top hitters in the state in hitting percentage. Her placement so good. Vernon receives the serve from Peart. Set up high, right side. McQueen hits, dug up by Kiera. Amber passes up front. And Hopkin pushes the back line. Vernon pass up front. Lehman high and outside. McQueen hits, stuffed by the block. I think it was Talisha. Slap back across. Talisha digs. Risha bumps it from out of bounds. Talisha bumps it over. Murdoch up front to Lehman. High left side. McQueen hits. Blocked again by Rich, but out of bounds this time. 12, make it 13-11. Braves with the lead. We did have a candidate for your Epic Recreation block of the game on that rally, but probably not our top candidate at this point. And another service into the net. Kennedy McQueen. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 errors to match the 4 aces that the Braves have in this third set. 13-12. Rebels down by 1. Talisha Larson serves, just clears the net. Pass up front, set high left side. McQueen hit hard, dug by Talisha. Rebels keep it alive, and Hopkin bumps it over. Good angle by Hopkin to keep that inside the antenna over the net. Murdoch hits and drills it through the block. A kill for the Braves, make it 14-12. North Summit on top. Third set. Rebels took the first, Braves took set 2. Murdoch serving. Wearing the Oregon Ducks yellow shoes. Pass up front. Kiera sets right outside, right near the net, and Hopkin with a great adjustment just taps it at the block a little bit late. She waited and hesitated to make that hit. It's a pretty Bear Lake Realty kill. Kiera serves. Almost an ace. A pancake dig by Murdoch, but then Peterson can't keep it alive, and we are tied at 14 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I don't know if it goes in the book as such, but we'll call that a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace. Sydney Hopkin checks back in on the front row. Hopkin, Hatch, and Hopkin up there. Left to right, it's Sydney, and Julia. Not a good pass, but the Braves keep it alive and bump it over. Smith passes. Kiera high and outside. Hopkin crushes it cross court. Murdoch digs it high in the air, bumped up toward the front. Vernon bumps it over and out. Smith with perfect court awareness lets it go, and the Rebels take the lead 15-14 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Stevens wants a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. The Rebel fans on their feet as the Rich Rebels have battled back here in set 3, brought to you by Rich County.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Savannah Peart, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball action on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Kiera serves. The Braves did not get a good set, but they get a nice attack from Vernon. She splits the Rebel defense. A couple of Rebels looked at each other like, I thought that was yours. Neither one got to it, and the Braves tie it up 15-all on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, Rich dominated the first set 25-10. Braves dominated set 2 25-14. Service by the Braves. The Rebels set it up. Hopkin crushes it backcourt. Vernon deflects it. And Rich with a Bear Lake Realty kill is back on top, 16-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Boy, Julia really boxed that ball. Here's Shield to box another one with the service. Set up high and right side. Vernon hits it hard. It's into the ceiling. Rebels keep it alive to the back wall, but they That's not going to work. We're tied at 16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. One of those tiles up in the ceiling came out of place, got bumped. Hunter Vernon with a big, strong swing. She serves again, or serves. Smith passes. Kiera sets high left side. Peart steps back and slaps it across. Again, a good angle to keep that inside the antenna. Here's the hit, blocked by the Rebels. It goes high and out of bounds. Braves back on top, 17-16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hunter Vernon set to serve. Left to right at mylocalradio.com. Vernon delivers. Peart, good pass to Kiera. She'll set it up for Peart. Savannah hits cross court, and Murdoch shanks it off to the Rebel student section. We're tied back up at 17. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Savannah Peart. Bear Lake Realty is also the sponsor of our camera tonight, run by Eliana Brown. Now we've had 3 different camera operators already in this game, in this match. Smith serves. Vernon, good pass. Lehman sets high left side. McQueen comes in, hits it long out. Did the Rebels deflect it? They did. I didn't see it, but that certainly doesn't mean it didn't happen. 18-17. Braves retake the lead. This one's gone back and forth, especially the last couple of minutes. Rebels led 15-14 a moment ago, down 18-17 at this point. Hopkins passes up front. Kiera sets in the middle. Peart touch attack down to her knees goes Richens and keeps it alive. Then hit and slapped out of bounds. Good, again, great court awareness by Amber Smith. Knows right where she was, lets it go, and it's out. Too long on the hit by, I think it was Lehman. Risha Larson serves. Richens, good pass. Lehman hits or sets left side. Hit high and outside by Gracie Peterson. That puts Rich back on top after the hitting error. Good eye by the Rebels to let that one go sailing wide and too long. Risha serves again. Back line, pass up front. Funny pass, but it works. McQueen hits, back row. Smith with a nice lunging dig. Kiera sets, and Talisha hits, deflected and bumped in the air by McQueen. Set up in the middle. Murdoch hits hard off the Rebel block and out of bounds. Tied up at 19 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Braves had built a bit of a lead. They were on top 10-6 before the Rebels battled back. Tied it up, took a couple of leads. Smith with a serve receive goes over the net on an overpass. Murdoch hit hard, and a block by the Rebels goes out of bounds. 20-19, Braves back on top. We've been tied at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We'll see if the Rebels can tie it up at 20. Kiera sets, Talisha hits, backcourt. Vernon digs, Lehman bumps it high. McQueen gets off a good hit. Smith with a good dig. Kiera back set, double hit. We won't be tied at 20. As the Braves are up 21-19 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Serve is an ace. The Rebels thought it would be out. It drops in. 22-19. Coach Stewart will take a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. Rebels down by 3 on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When you need body work or a windshield replacement, it can be as simple as dropping your vehicle off and picking it up a couple of days later. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston works directly with your insurance company to save you time and hassle. We know it isn't convenient to have a vehicle in the shop. That's why we work hard to repair and restore as quickly as possible to get you back on the road. Make it hassle-free. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
Consecutive points for the Braves. Rebels were on top 19-18. North Summit scored 4 straight and has the serve. Gracie Peterson back there delivers. Hopkins passes. Kiera sets high left side. Talisha hits. Deflected by the block. Punched over. Talisha digs. Kiera high left side again for Talisha. Hits. Tipped off the block. Vernon digs. Passes up front. Lehman sets left side. McQueen hits hard. And on the back line, it's in there. 23-19. Braves 2 points away from going up 2-1 in the match. We're in the third set. Rebels took the first 25-10. Braves took set 2 25-14. Gracie Peterson serves. Amber passes it backwards. Hopkins bumps it, and Peart bumps it over. Lehman sets in the middle. Murdoch hits hard, long, and out. Did the Rebels deflect it? No, they didn't. 23-20. Rebels need 3 more points in a row here to stay alive in this one. Peart serves. Pass up front by Peterson. Lehman sets left side. McQueen hits. Blocked by Talisha Larson. Maybe an Epic Recreation block of the game, and a second Epic Recreation block of the game by Talisha. 23-21. Epic block right there by Talisha. This 2 in a row. Serving is Savannah Peart. Lehman, McQueen hit. Blocked again by the Rebels. Bumped up high as the Braves keep it alive and push it over. Peart, good pass up front. Kiera sets high left side. Hopkin hits into the block, and Rebels dig it up. Kiera sets again for Hopkin. Back from the net, hit too long and out. 24-21 set point Braves. And Kennedy McQueen steps back to serve. Running jump serve from straight back into the net. A service error. Braves had 4 aces in their first 8 points of this third set. But they've had a handful of errors since then. Talisha serves. Set point again for the Braves. Happy birthday. Knocked back down. It's knocked back down again, and then Hopkin hits it. Rebels, Sydney Hatch knocked it down. The Braves dug it up. It went back to the net, and Hopkin cracked it down for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Rebels need another point here. Talisha serves. Peterson passes. Lehman sets high left side. Tipped down the line. It's in there. And the Braves win 25-23 in set 3. North Summit on top in the match, 2-1 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Talisha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ, FM 98.3, and online at MyLocalRadio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment. Repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Well, the Rebels took the first set, 25-10. Braves bounced back in set 2, 25-14. Rich trailed trailed through most of the third set, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Came back, got to within a couple, 23-21, before the Braves got that last point they needed to win 25-23. And the Braves lead 2-1. And senior night, Rebel football team will retake the field next Friday afternoon at Milford. Our pregame will start at 3:15 next Friday. Volleyball team will be on the court at State on Friday and Saturday, and we'll have all the matches. We'll cover all the matches that we can those 2 days, Friday and Saturday. Quick announcement: if you're interested in being a member of the Rich High Booster Club, contact a member of the Booster Club to put a sign up for you here in the gym. Not too expensive. Great way to support the Rebels. Rich serves. It's set up. Murdoch hits it down, and the Braves lead 1-0. In the first set, the Rebels took a 1-0 lead. Since then, the Braves have taken 1-0 leads, and they've won sets 2 and 3. Gracie Peterson back to serve. And she serves into the net. We're tied at 1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Braves in that third set had 5 errors, 4 aces. Rebels serve. Peterson receives. Lehman goes a long way to set that one up, and Vernon hits from the back line. Rich sets it up high and outside, and Hopkin, the hitting error into the net, gives the Braves the 2-1 lead. Kennedy McQueen back to serve with the Braves on top. Serving right to left at mylocalradio.com. Peart receives. Kiera sets into the middle, double hit. 3-1. Braves lead. They've taken 3-1 leads in sets 2, 3, and now 4, and they've won 2 of those 3 sets. And here's the service ace by McQueen. That hits the top of the net and drops over to the floor. The ball bouncing the Braves' way on those serves into the net. Peart receives. Kiera sets. Hopkin hits, and it's deflected and then dug by Vernon. Bumped into the middle and pushed across by Lehman. Smith passes. Kiera sets high outside again for Hopkin. Dug on the back row by McQueen. Set left side. Hunter Vernon hits hard. Smith with a good dig. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin can't get to it, though. It was out of bounds. Not a great serve. 5-1 Braves. Boy, they're on their way to a 3-1 win, the way this third set is going. Rainbow serve this time from McQueen. Rich sets up in the middle. Sidney Hopkin hits it, deflected off the block and a diving dig by McQueen. Then Vernon slaps it over. Risha digs high. Kiera sets back in the middle. Sidney pushes it across. Passed up front. Set Vernon with a big angle, and she crushes it. Boy, when she gets a good set that close to the net, you're not going to stop her. 6-1. Braves on top. Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, the Rebels took the first set 25-10. Braves have rallied back since then. Hopkin passes into the middle. Sidney Hopkin with the hit, and it's dug up. Hits outside. Vernon slaps it across. Smith passes. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin touches it down the line. Dug up. Murdoch bumps. Lehman bumps and tipped. Blocked by Julia Hopkin. Epic Recreation block of the game candidate. Makes it 6-2. Rebels get the side out they need, and now can they get a few points they need. Kiera serves. Bumped up front. Back set. Murdoch hits. Stuffed by the Rebel block. An Epic Recreation block of the game. I believe it was Julia again. Make it 6-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And Kiera sets to serve. Strong serve. Dug by Peterson. Set left side. Vernon hits into the block. Deflected out of bounds. 7-3. Braves with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That deflection went out of bounds and into the bleachers, into the stands. Brecklin Murdoch to serve for the Braves. Attacking right to left if you're watching online at mylocalradio.com. Murdoch. Peart receives. Rebels set it up high, left side. Hopkin just slams it into the block. And it works for a Bear Lake Realty kill. The Braves blockers couldn't keep it in the air. Hopkin serves. Murdoch passes, not a good pass, and Vernon slaps it across. Good attack despite the poor pass. Risha sets left side. Peart hits down the line. It's deflected and out of bounds. Rebels with a Bear Lake Realty kill, trailing 7-5 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Braves on top in the match 2-1. After the Rebels took the first set 25-10, the Braves bounced back for sets 2 and 3 wins. Hopkins serving. Murdoch, good pass up front this time. Lehman sets in the middle. Vernon tips it. Rebels had 3 blockers all in front of Vernon, and she saw that, just tipped it to where the Rebels couldn't get it. 8-5, Braves with the lead. Lehman serves. Back row, Smith, pass up front. Kiera high and outside for Peart. Comes in and pushes it across, deflected and bumped in the air. Bumped and slapped over by Vernon. Kiera passes up front. Hatch has to bump it in the air, and Hopkin bumps it over. Rebels don't get the good attack they needed. Set up left side. Vernon crushes it. Hatch with the block, and the Rebels keep it alive. Set left side. Peart taps it toward the back line. Dug up, set up in the middle, hit into the net. Rebels win the long rally. 8-6. Rich trails by 2 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Another candidate for your Epic Recreation block of the game by Sydney Hatch. Smith serves. Murdoch passes outside. Vernon is there, and Richens slaps it across. Kiera with the dig. Smith bumps the left side right at the net. Up and tipped down by Richens. 9-6. The Rebels just have been unable to string together any more than 1 or 2 points at a time in these last 3 sets. It's 2, 3, and 4. Hunter Vernon back to serve. Running jump serve. Hopkin receives. Kiera sets high left side for Peart. Hit cross court. Murdoch bumps it high off the ceiling. Slapped up front. McQueen punches it across, and Kiera digs. Risha sets left side. Peart crushes it again. Cross court. Murdoch keeps it alive. It's bumped backwards, and they can't get it. Coach Stevens doing everything she could to get out of the way. The line judge trying to get out of the way as well. Oh, and they're going to call a do it again. They're going to give a redo. The Rebel fans not happy about that. Listen to the Rebel fans. Oh. Coach Stewart up off the bench calling for out of rotation to try and get something. The Rebel fans not happy about that call. It was the North Summit coach that interfered with the play as she tried to get out of the way. Coach Stewart saying that going over all the way across the court to the up official to say they're out of rotation. She's not going to get a call there. And the Braves will get the service back. The Rebels will not get the point. Score remains 9-6 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, and Hunter Vernon serves. Smith with a good pass. Kiara sets high left side. Peart crushes it. Murdoch passes up front under the net, and the Rebels get the point. That controversial call may be what the Rebels need if that'll light a fire underneath them. Here's Risha Larson with the service. Vernon pass up front. Lehman sets left side. McQueen slaps into the Rebel block. It's almost on the floor. It is on the floor. It was dug by Lehman into the hands of Richens, and that crowd is fired up now. We'll see if the Rebel players can feed off of that. Rich down by 1, 9-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Risha Larson's serve goes into the net for the Rebels. That's the 5th error of the match. Gives the Braves the service and a 10-8 lead. Service just clears the net. Smith digs it up over the net and out of bounds, 11-8. Service ace for the Braves. Rich, not a lot of Circle H Land and Cattle Company aces in this match, just 3. Boy, that's uncharacteristically low for the Rebels. Richens, though, serves an error into the net. And Rich is back within 2, 11-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard with Savannah Peart serving. Coach Stewart out, encouraging her team. Service, Vernon passes up front. Lehman high and right side. Hit blocked by the Rebels. Dug up into the up official. Epic Recreation block of the game candidate right there from, I believe, Kiera Grohl. Rebels looking to tie it here. Peart serves a laser. It's bumped up over, and Peart barely gets to it. Kiera and Hopkin with a touch attack. Murdoch slaps it right back down. Kiera punches it over as the pass went up to the net. Lehman sets high left side. McQueen hits. Rebels can't quite dig. 12-10 Braves with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We're seeing a lot of hitting from McQueen and Murdoch that we did not see when these teams met at Richfield. Gracie Peterson serving. Rebels need to get out of this rotation in a hurry. Peart set up left side. Hopkin hits. She's stuffed. Rebels dig. Kiera bumps back near the net. Easy happy birthday for Murdoch. 13-10. The Braves have taken advantage of the heightened emotion, and they've upped their emotion as well. Gracie Peterson to serve again. She really swings hard on this one. Smith with a good pass. Kiera sets high left side. Hopkin hits, blocked. Smith is there for the dig. Kiera sets in the middle. This time Talisha touches it, and 2 players collide as they dig it up. Bumped over by Murdoch. Smith passes again. Kiera sets high left side. Hopkin hits, deflected, and right to Hunter Vernon. Set up left side. Hit by McQueen. Smith with a big J-bar excavation dig of the game. Slapped by Hopkin to the back line. Richens digs it up, bumped high, and Richens punches it into the net. Just hit it a bit low from the back row, and it's 13-11. Rebels down by 2. Talisha Larson getting set to serve. And it's a service error. Boy, this is reminiscent of Cokeville. A lot of service errors for the Rebels, especially here in sets 2, 3, and 4. McQueen serves. Rebels set it up for Hopkin. Hit and dug by Richens up front. Lehman set high left side for Vernon. Deflected by the block. Risha dove, couldn't quite get underneath it. 15-11 Braves with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Kennedy McQueen to serve. Braves looking to go to 21 wins heading into next week's state tournament. Rebels looking for number 19. Hopkin hits down the line. This time she drills it through the block. And a Rebel point makes it 15-12. Oh, no, they must have said it was out of bounds. A point to the Braves. They'll serve again, 16-11. Happy birthday, and Murdoch goes up and crushes it down. Rebels might need another timeout here. The Braves with the momentum at this point. And yeah, Coach Stewart will take a timeout here in the fourth set. We'll take a quick one as well. Rebels down 2-1 in the match, 17-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Amber Smith, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
You're tuned in to Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ Evanston.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Well, Rich dominated the first set, 25-10. It was close early on, 9-7. Rebels outscored the Braves 16-3 the rest of the way, but the Braves have taken sets 2, 3, and 4. Well, 2 and 3, and 4 is close. The Braves on top, 17-12 after a service error gives the Rebels the serve and the point. Kiara Grohl serves, and boy, a lot of movement on that serve, but it's received well. Set up left side, Hunter Vernon hits cross court too long and out. 17-13. I don't know if this is a high point rotation with Hunter Vernon high and outside, but the Rebels have got to get a few points here. Sydney Hatch checks into the front row, so it's Hatch, Hopkin, and Hopkin. Kiera serves. Bumped up front, good pass. Lehman sets in the middle for Murdoch, and she touches it down the line. Peart creeps up and dives for the J-bar excavation dig. Hatch bumps it over and just out. 18-13. Brecklin Murdoch serves with the Braves on top. Smith with a high serve receive up front, good pass, set up in the middle. Sydney Hopkin bumps it or pushes it across. Lehman sets in the middle, and Rebels able to deflect it and dig it. Set up left side, Hopkin pushes it, it's blocked! Lehman with the block, 19-13, Braves on top. Murdoch to serve again. Braves closing in on a match victory. They lead 2-1 and up on 19-13 in the fourth set. Hopkin hits it down the line. It's deflected, punched in the air by Peterson at the net. The Braves can't get underneath it. 19-14. Rebels trail with Julia Hopkins serving. Needing a few points here. Murdoch with an overpass. Kiera digs. Hatch bumps in the middle, and Sydney Hopkins slaps it to the back line just long and out. 20-14 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Braves leading. Lehman serves. Smith passes. Kiera sets high left side. Peart hits into the net. 21-14. Braves up by a touchdown. Fourth set. Here's the serve. Smith receives. Kiera high outside. Peart touches it down the line. Lehman digs. Peterson sets left side. Vernon touches it, and Hatch tips and then keeps it in the air. Good job by Hatch. And then Sydney Hopkins misfires into the net. 22-14 Braves need 3 points to win the set and the match. Lehman serves again. Rebels dump set by Kiera, drops it in there. Bear Lake Realty kill on the set. Rebels get to side out. Can they get 6 or 7 points in a row here? They only did that in the first set. Since then, the Braves have been very good. Back set for Hunter Vernon. She swats it way long. 22-16 after the hitting error. Rebels are down by 6. Smith with the serve again. Left to right at mylocalradio.com. Good pass up front. Lehman bumps high left side. Peterson hits cross court. Smith digs it up near the net, and it's on the Rebel side just barely. 23-16. Rebels will sub in Risha Larson to the front as Rich gets set to receive the serve from Hunter Vernon. She looks for 2 more points to win the match. Smith passes. Kiera sets high outside for Peart. Hit, deflected, and bumped in the air by Murdoch. Lehman sets high left side. McQueen hits back row. Smith with a diving one-handed dig. Peart with the hit down the line. Vernon keeps it alive. It's over the net. Peart goes up, cracks it down, and the Rebels get the point, 23-17. No points coming easy for either team here in the later points of this fourth set. Risha Larson serves, takes something off it to make sure it gets over. Set up left side. McQueen hits to the Rebel block. It's on the floor. Rebel side set and match point. Braves 24-17 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. And Rich will call for a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. Rebels down 24-17, 2-1 in the match against North Summit on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City.
The Rebels need at least 7 straight to stay alive in this match. Peart passes. Kiera sets high and outside for Savannah. Hit, deflected, and bumped high to the ceiling. Bumped, kept in the air by Lehman, and bumped over by Murdoch. Risha's there. Rebels keep it bumped over left side. Peart hits again. Lehman digs. Not a great dig, but they keep it alive, and Vernon pushes it over. Talisha. Kiera slaps it across. Lehman sets high left side. Punched over by McQueen. It hit the antenna. And the Rebels stay alive for the moment, 24-18 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Braves on top, 2-1 after the Rebels dominated the first set, 25-10. Peart serves, pass up front, Lehman with a back set. Peterson tips it over, and Peart digs it up and over, an overpass. Bumped right back over, Hopkin punches it down. Vernon able to keep it alive and bump it back over. Rich sets it up again for Hopkin, hit down the line, and Vernon digs. Set up left side, McQueen hits cross court. Peart hits it to the ceiling and it deflects down to the floor. The Braves win 25-18 and win the match 3-1. Rebels took the first set, but the Braves took sets 2, 3, and 4 to win. And Rebels close out the regular season at 19-7. The Braves improved to 21-10. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with your Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, including the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap right after this on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. Founded in 1997, the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mound Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Welcome back to the post-game show brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's fresh and fast gourmet sandwiches every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Rebels wrapping up the regular season Friday night at Rich High School, hosting the 2A's top-ranked team, North Summit Braves, and the Rebels jumped out in a big way. They started well, jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the first set, but then the Braves battled back. It was 9-7 midway through the first, and then Rich outscored the Braves 16-3 the rest of the way through the first set to win 25-10. Talisha Larson had an ace late in the first set, and Rich dominated in set number 1. Second set, though, the Braves bounced back, and they dominated 25-14. Third set was close, back and forth. We were tied 7 or 8 times. Braves got the final 2 points when the Rebels were down 24-22. Braves got that final point and won 25-23, squeaked by in set number 3. Then in set 4, they jumped out to a lead. We're on top 17-11. Rebels tried to battle back. They got it to within 5 points, but that was as close as they could get, and the Braves won 25-18 that fourth and final set. Braves win the match 3-1 and improve to 21-10. Heading into next week's state tournament, the Rebels dip to 19-7 on the season. Lost to a very good North Summit team, again ranked number 1 in 2A. They're defending state champs. 3-1, the Braves win. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every day. The Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show continues after the break. We'll have the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital postgame highlights and the Lazy S Ranching Roundup School calendar when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
Back at Rich High School on the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show on KDQ. Time for some postgame highlights presented by Bear Lake Memorial. Count on us to care. That's Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Rebels' first set were dominant. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead and really never looked back, including a 16-3 run to finish the first set, 25-10. Rebels won. They didn't have a single service error in that first set. Just one ace, which is a little bit uncharacteristic, but this is a good 2A North Summit team, and they received well, but Rich won that first set 25-10. Our J-Bar excavation dig of the game came in the first set. Rebels were up 4-0, and the Braves returned, put together a nice attack, but Risha Larson with a pancake dig. Rebels kept it alive, and it led to a Rebel kill to make it 5-0 in the first set. That's your J-Bar excavation dig of the game. Quality work on all kinds of projects. In set 2, the Braves took a lead 1-0. Rebels tied, and then the Braves extended that lead out to a 9-4, make it 10-11, 12-4 lead before the Rebels called a timeout. Battled back, kind of kept it close, but the Braves were fairly dominant in the second set, winning 25-14. The third set was really close. It went back and forth. We were tied at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and that was where it ended, though. The Braves were able to extend the lead out to 4, 23-19. Rich battled back. They were within 2, but the Braves got that final point they needed. Or actually, Rich was within 1, 24-23, before the Braves scored the final point and won 25-23. And then in set 4, with the Braves leading 2-1, North Summit jumped out to an early lead, 7-3. Rebels battled back, got to within 1 at 11-12 or 11-10, but that was as close as they could get. The Braves extended the lead out to as much as 7 late in the fourth set and won 25-18 to win the match 3-1 over the Rich Rebels. Now, Rich, looking ahead to next week. Oh, let me jump back just a bit real quick. Our epic recreation block of the game was Sydney Hatch. She had a big block in the fourth set. Rebels were down 8-5. Hatch stuffed it to the floor, made it 8-6, and that was your epic recreation block of the game. Visit epicrecreation.net. or find us on Facebook. You can also call 435-946-EPIC. That's 435-946-3742. Those are your post-game highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. Now, I was starting to mention that the Rebels next week will compete at the state tournament at Utah Valley University. And my phone is locking me out for a second here. I was going to look up the bracket real quick and tell you when Rich will play. And we know that the Rebel football team plays at Milford Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. And we'll have pregame coverage starting at 3:15 for that football game. As for the Rebel volleyball team, they'll take the court Friday. Good heavens. 20 clicks to get to the bracket. Rebels are Region 22, number 1. So Rich will take the court. Not sure who they'll play against. Oh, they'll have a bye in the first round. And then we'll play the winner between Region 19's number 2 and Region 20's number 3 at 2:30 p.m. in the quarterfinal round. We will not be able to bring you that match. So we won't have any Rebel volleyball on Friday morning, as again the Rebels will have a bye in the first round, and then they'll play again the winner between Region 19 number 2 and Region 20 number 3. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure who those teams are. So just keep it tuned right here. I'm going to look this up real quick on the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show, and we'll find the standings real quick and give you a guess, or maybe even a definite on who those teams are. 19 number 2 is Green River. 20 number 3 is likely Bryce Valley, possibly Valley or Paiute. So whatever it is, Rich shouldn't have any trouble with either one of those teams, and then would play on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. So that's likely when our next Rebel volleyball broadcast will be, is Saturday morning, 11 o'clock here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com, and that would be in the semifinals of the state tournament. Now, one thing that works out well with the bracket this year, and we've complained about it for a number of years, the Rebels being on the same side of the bracket as Region 20's number 1 team. Well, with the reclassification, now Region 20 and 22 are on opposite sides of the bracket. And let's be honest here, if you look at the rest of the state, Monticello is good, but I don't think that anybody's in the same class as Rich and Panguitch in 1A volleyball. If it's not Rich and Panguitch for the championship, I'll shave my head. I'll tell you that right now, because those are the 2 top teams in 1A without question. So that's what we'll expect to see on next Saturday afternoon, Rich versus Panguitch. But first, the Rebels will have to get by either, it looks like, Bryce Valley or Green River on Friday afternoon. We won't be able to bring you that match because we'll be down at Milford as the Rebel football team takes on the Tigers in the first round of the football state playoffs, and then we'll be back Saturday morning for volleyball right here on the Wildlife. Well, that wraps up some post-game highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. We're going to take one more quick break. We'll be back to tell you a little bit more about what's coming up next week for the Rebels and for the Rich community. Stay tuned here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Meggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
High School, the Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Time to take a look ahead at Rich County sports and activities. So the Roundup calendar is brought to you by Lazy S Ranching, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. And looking ahead, not just at the Rebels and what's going on this weekend, but let's look at the Cowboys as well. Wyoming is at Boise State. That's a primetime game tomorrow night. Our pregame starts at 7 p.m. with Dave Walsh, Kevin McKinney. Kickoff is at 8:15 as the Cowboys travel out to Boise to take on the Broncos on the Smurf turf. That's tomorrow night right here on KDQ. Looking ahead to next week, on Monday, through the week is Red Ribbon Week for Rich School District. Thursday, there's the opera at Rich High School and Southridge Middle School, or Southridge Elementary. Then Friday, the Rebels open up play at the state tournament. And as I mentioned earlier, Rich has a bye in that first round. So they won't play until 2:30 in the afternoon against either Green River, is what it looks like, or maybe Valley or Paiute, whichever of those two teams win in round one. Again, we won't be able to bring you that match here on the KDQ, but we'll be down in Milford as the Rebel football team plays in the first round of the state playoffs at Milford at 4 p.m. Our pregame will start at 3:15. And then Saturday, it's all Rebel volleyball. That's our focus on next Saturday. Rich will likely be in the semifinals at 11 a.m. next Saturday morning, so our pregame would start 20 minutes prior to that as Rich plays at the state tournament looking to defend the state crown. Also next week on Saturday, believe it or not, we're at that point of the year. We saw some of that cold, white, frozen stuff falling from the sky today. And wrestling season is just around the corner. Rich Middle School Royals wrestling team starts the season next Saturday, October 28th at Green River. And the matches begin at 10 a.m. That takes us through through next week. Again, don't miss Wyoming Cowboys football tomorrow at Boise State. Our pregame starts at 7 p.m. right here on the Wildlife. And you can listen live at mylocalradio.com. Also invite you to make sure to tune in next Friday afternoon when the Rebel football team takes on the Tigers at Milford. And that pregame will start at 3:15, and then will be Rebel volleyball on Saturday. Again, our final score tonight at Rich High School. The Rebels lose 3-1 after winning the first set 25-10. The Braves bounced back. After the Rebels took the first set 25-10, the Braves bounced back to take sets 2, 3, and 4 and win 3-1. For tonight's videographers, members of the Rich Rebel JV and freshman teams, my producer Kate Bollender back in the studio. Good luck to the Red Devils tonight. Sounded like they were doing pretty well on the football field. That game's probably over by now, and they were beating up on Jackson earlier. Until next week, I'm Ryan Steineckert. I'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebels supporting businesses and individuals: Edwards Furniture in Logan, West Star Printing in Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, T-Bar-S Body Shop Technoglass of Evanston, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jake Hibbert, Chief Photographer, Warren Cook, and production assistants, Kate Bollender and A.J. Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on KDQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time the Rich High volleyball team takes the court, go Rebels!